Welcome friends in lecture 8, lesson 15, improvement in food resources. In today's topic we are going to learn crop protection management. In crop protection management, fields are infected by the large number of weeds, insects, pests and diseases. These are the four important things which are creating problems to the fields. Weeds are unwanted plants in the cultivated field. For example, xanthanium, that is gokhru, then partenium, that is gajar grass, and Cyperneus rotundus, that is motha. These are the names of the weeds which are creating problems for the plants. Weeds are unwanted plants that are not supposed to be grown in the field. They compete, what they do, that they compete for food, space and light. These are the main things, and especially for the and take nutrition from the soil. So and reduces the growth of the crops. So our main crops are not having these all things because they compete for food, space, light and nutritions. Now insects, pest attacks the plants in three ways. These are the different ones who are attacking. There are insects and pests. So in the three ways they attack, they suck up the cell sap from the various part of the plant. That means directly they inject their stinks inside the cell of the plants and suck it out. Like you see in amla and all, that is a black spot which are formed. They cut the roots, stems and leaves. That means these are all destroying parts also. That they cut out all these parts of the plant so that you are not having an healthy plant anymore. They bore into stem and fruits. That means they put themselves inside, or they put larvae of them inside these, that they are fruits and stems. So they penetrate inside the plants. So either they suck it up, they cut down, or they penetrate inside the plant. These are the main ways these insects and pests are destroying the plants. These diseases, now we take for diseases. Diseases in the plant can cause pathogens such as bacteria, fungus and viruses. These are the three ways they can form problems. Pathogens are transmitted through soil, water and air to the plant. These are the three ways they can be transmitted. Now pesticides, weedicides, herbicides, insecticides, fungicides, etc. are the chemicals which are sprayed on the crops. So they are the ones which are actually sprayed on the crops so that they can be, these pesticide, weeds, fungus and insects can be killed. Fine, they are spread on the crops using treatments, or the soil and seeds can be treated before to control it. It means before putting the soil inside, they are already mixed with these all chemicals, or the seeds which are being put for sowing purpose, they are also treated before putting inside the soil for sowing purpose. Right? So they can be treated before. This is called as chemicalized thing. These weeds control method also include mechanical removal. That means directly pulling out from the soil. Directly these unwanted plants manually been calculated and pulled out from the soil, so they can be removed mechanically. Now resistance varieties and these summer plowing are destroyed weeds and pests. That means we can select the seeds itself only. We will not allow for these weeds to grow. That means we can select our crops which are having a resistant variety which does not allow these weeds to grow. Also in deep summer we can plow it very deeply so that these pests do not have any space and come out. Right? And weeds also, their roots directly pulled off so they cannot grow furthermore. So this is a method by which they can be prevented. Furthermore, is how the storage of grains can be done. That means after having the cultivation and harvesting, the next important part is how to store these grains. This is very important, how to store the grains. So these are the two factors which are responsible. The factors responsible for the losses of the stored grains are biotic and abiotic factors. Now in biotic factors are insects, rodents, fungi, mites and bacteria are the biotic factors, that means living factors. These are the living factors. And abiotic factors, that means the non-living factors, are inappropriate moisture, fog, temperature in the place of the storage. These are the problems by which the storage grains can be getting unedible. Fine, they can get spoiled and no more is left for eating purpose. So this is inappropriate moisture. This is an abiotic, non-living factors, and temperature. That means we need to have the place which should be dry and moisture free. Now, preventing and control measures, as I started with, is included strict cleaning of the produce. Means whatever the crops that we have produced need to be cleaned very nicely and properly before storage. Proper drying. The first of all we need to, after that, dry these all after cleaning. Now drying means first of all that to the produce first in sunlight. First of all in proper form we have to open itself on the surface so that it can have a proper sunlight and dry itself, and then in shade. That means after getting dry up we need to see that it gets into shade so that it does not start growing, and keep into the shade so that it gets cooled down itself. Fine. And fumigation, that using chemicals that can kill pests. That means the place in which we need to store, first of all we need to have a proper spray, right, a good amount of spray so that these chemicals is sprayed inside, and furthermore there is no chance of these pests and insects to come for furthermore and get killed upon. So these storage grains can be protected and used for the future purposes. Fine, I hope so you must have understood this part of this chapter. Thank you.